live? Is it 11 yet? And we live. Good morning, gamers. We back. My mic should be quite different now. Oh, fuck. I got the background sound. Oops. Oopsie. Much better. How we all doing on this fine, Thursday? Friday? Today's a Friday? Today's a Friday. W's in the chat. It's a Friday. That's it. Weekend's about to come. Dude, I'm so lost of time when I stare at crypto shit. I'm feeling fucking tired AF. But it'd be like that. It'd be like that. What's new today? Young Thug dropped a banger of an album last night. That was actually a very, very nice album. What else? We got some gaming shit to talk about. As per usual, I'm feeling really tiny today. The biggest flex in the world. feeling small, but it be like that. Penguins in the background, feeling clean, nice and clean, and I don't know, shit's vibing, shit's immaculate. My arms hurt. I hit fucking what did I hit yesterday? I hit shoulders, but I don't know. I hit tricep, but I hit shoulders. I do shoulders and arms. So I'm just tired. Anyways, I mean, I don't really have much to talk about on the charts. And I don't have much different to talk about on the charts at least, but let's get into it, I guess. All right. Oh yeah, new mic. All right. So let's pull up the weekly. Let's go to the weekly. All right, weekly chart, same exact thing. On this weekly close Sunday night, we get the confirmation that of this drive of hidden bullish divergence. Again, above 28.7 is our momentum pivot. We just have to close above it for it to be bullish. Volatility super low. So again, same thing. We're looking for expansion of volatility above 10. Until then, we have no signals actually confirmed. On the 5-day, we are seeing volatility start to get up there. It is now officially at 8. So it is starting to slowly come up, and potentially we could get a volatility expansion. And since pivot is 26.7 on the downside, as long as we're above that, and we start to expand on the volatility, that is a very, very bullish sign. Very, very bullish. What's next? I had something to show. Oh, yeah. There's also 3 drives of hidden bullish divergence. So we have 1 drive and then 2 drives right now. Or 2 drives at least. And this is confirmed. This is already confirmed in the previous close. And on this close, we are basically going to have the highest close since... as long as we close above this level, 3,300, whatever, so we're right at it. We get the highest close since basically the Luna crash on the 5-day, which is actually quite insane and shows how far we've come since then. 2-day, same thing. 25.9 is our pivot. As long as we're volatility still obviously in a move, meaning that we probably have another drive up, another leg up. I would expect this leg up to be 238,000. That's my personal expectance. I personally expect to move to 38 right now. And we are just waiting on the middle term timeframes to consolidate a little bit. So I would expect us to, over the next 2 days, when the weekend happens, I would expect the daily to come down a little bit. And then it gets down to like 60, 50, and then we start going up again. I would expect something like that. And if we go to CME, we probably don't see, we probably don't even see, it's not even as high, it's at 26. So this actually does not change after tonight. Or it will change tonight, but it won't change over the weekend. So we could potentially just see continuation on CME as a good example. 12-hour looks still super overheated. I would expect this to go sideways. I wouldn't expect to move up. This probably implies that we don't even get to move up until like Wednesday, Thursday, in fact. So I'm on the daily, I'm talking about a move down, like a little bit of a pullback on the stochastic. This probably takes like a week from now. We probably don't see a move until like Thursday, Friday, like next week. That's what I would personally expect, where we come down a little bit and then we start to move up again. And we just go sideways for that next week from now. Yeah, that seems pretty plausible to me. especially with a 12-hour. Look, 12-hour takes 14 periods, which is a week, to come all the way down. I don't think it comes all the way down. I think it get like halfway, and then we start to expand again. But it does, or like we could end up doing one of these where we kind of come down, and then we have one more big move up, and then that's it, and then we fully consolidate. We get some sort of move like that, and that's what I would personally expect on the volatility, meaning that we go sideways a little bit for the next like 5 6 days, and we have another move up, and then that's the end, based on the 2 day, expansion. That's how I feel. And also based on the 5 day expansion, especially if we start to expand here, if the next close is another like bullish close, we do like confirm an expansion. So if we get to like 34, and at that point I'm saying 38, but honestly the limit is 48. I would expect something more around like 38 to 40. That's personally what I would expect. But we do have a lot of potential. There's a lot of bullish catalysts going on right now in the news, as well as the chart looks very primed for a very big move up. Let's go to the 4 hour. Volatility is starting to come down quite a bit, so we could potentially start seeing like another move up on the 4 hour. Although I wouldn't expect anything insane because of the 12 hour. I think it takes precedence. I think we do need to come down more, but we have been consolidating, and I think we consolidate into the weekend. We see volatility come all the way down for a little bit, instead of like us doing like a V turnaround here. I think we come all the way down first. Anyways, before we can confirm this move up, we do need to get above this moving average, the white moving average on the volatility, and it's not going to be easy to do right now. Jules still very up there, although we are turning up in like a very pivotal area. And stochastic 3500 3468 is the pivot point. We're literally right at it right now. We're actually right below it, so we might not close above that. 1 hour. 1 hour. Let's take a look at it again. We're just consolidating. We do look like we're driving up, but I'm actually kind of bearish here, and I'll go into it in a second. I think this is a liquidation. I think we're gonna potentially get to 3800 and then come down all the way back down to 29.5. And I'd be looking for shorts at that level between like 35 to 37, and I'll explain in a second why. I mean, I wouldn't look for shorts in this strong of an uptrend, but I wouldn't be bullish here. I would not take a long here. I would not be long. And I'll go into that in a second. 30-minute, we're seeing this move play out. So if I pull up the PMARP, actually, let me pull up the 30-minute. You do want to take profit here. 15 minutes probably gonna be the same thing. Yeah, take profit on this candle. 10-minute. So yeah, you would be taking profit here if you were on one of these lower time frame trades. If it was me personally trading this, and so I do think you shouldn't be super uber bula in this case. I do think this is a little bit of liquidation, and let's get into open interest. So we are seeing open interest start to spike a little bit, and this by itself is not a bad thing, especially with volatility so low, or volatility crossing up. This is like a confirmation that move is about to happen when right here, once you got this volatility spike. But the reason why I'm bearish on this move is, so let's pull up funding rates. So let's refresh. So my key pivotal zone on funding rates is 0.009 on both of these, is when I'm like bearish, and we're above that 0.01. We are in a strong uptrend, which is why I would not take the short. I would not take the short side, but we are a lot more bearish than we are bullish. Or not, like the bull scenario is very unlikely because so many people are long, in my opinion. Also, if you look at calls versus puts, look how many calls there are versus puts. Like it's like 3 times. Actually, it's not really 3 times. 2 point whatever. 2.1 times, 2.2 times. But also funding rates on Crown. So they've kind of reset here. So once they reset here, where you're holding this area, it started to make sense. It started to be like, all right, so what is funding actually at? I don't know. But we started increasing recently. And Live Test, same thing. We did we ended up bottoming at like 0.07, 0.08, or 0.007, 0.008. And we started to slowly come up again, meaning that more people are taking the long side in this move. And even though it's an uptrend, so it's very easy to make money on the long side, I do think we have a little bit more of a pullback. Now, where do I think we get to? I don't think we get all the way down to 28, and I wouldn't be particularly bullish if you got all the way down there. Probably retest the bottom side of this. Where's the 1 hour? All right, so on the 1 hour, yeah, like 28.95. On the 4 hour, potentially all the way down to 29.2. I would not want to move all the way down here. I would want to stay above the EMA 21. Sorry, I just had hiccups. Until the EMA 55 gets to like this purple zone, I would not want to go below the EMA 21. Otherwise, you could start seeing like a lot Bitcoin drop a lot, and it just sounds unlikely for that scenario to even play out. But I wouldn't want it to happen in the first place. Yeah, I would honestly, if I was shorting this market, which I would never short this market, but if I was looking for a short, this would be where I would take it. I would take it right now. But also, it's about to be a weekend, so you're basically gonna short into the Friday, and then you're gonna take the weekend trade. And weekend trades are always like iffy, so I wouldn't even advise that. It is a weekend, so I would expect more consolidation overall than anything. So like my TLDR of the markets is weekly and 5 day very bullish, 2 day very bullish, daily 12 hour consolidating a little bit, 4 hour consolidating, 1 hour potentially bullish, but I think it's more bearish. Like trend is up, so you should take this as a bullish signal, but I'm going to be bearish because I think too many people are long here. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the news. All right, we'll talk about Potoshi's chart. So Potoshi thinks that yearly high next IMO. I agree. I'm surprised that the yearly high is only 32,450. That sounds very low. However, I do think we take it out. I think that's the next level to take out. I'm just gonna agree with him on that one. I think we go a lot higher. I think go to 38, as I keep saying, but 32 is an easy target. $5 trillion French asset manager, Cacis, whatever I don't know how to say it, Cacis, CACIS, whatever, to offer crypto custody services. And this is bullish because it just, look, everybody's getting into crypto. There's so much FOMO. BlackRock, we're like, yeah, we're gonna get into crypto, and then everybody's FOMOing into crypto like it's ridiculous. It's actually insane how much they're FOMOing. The IMF says countries banning crypto may not be effective in the long run. So they're basically saying that banning crypto is too difficult, and there's no point even trying to ban it. Maybe regulating it is a better option. And it's kind of funny because IMF were talking about banning crypto literally like a year ago, 2 years ago, and then during the bull run. And then BlackRock were like, all right, we're making a Bitcoin ETF, and now IMF are saying that, all right, maybe you can't ban crypto. And obviously you can't ban crypto. Banning crypto is literally impossible. As long as you host your own node, or anybody still hosts a node, that network is still intact and still running and still accessible. Obviously it's not as nuanced as, or it's not as simple as that, but it basically is that simple. Where as long as it's a peer-to-peer network, as long as you're still running a node, then you can still access the net, and you can still access the network, then you can't ban it because you just use the network itself. It's a network. All right, moving on. Oops. There we go. Presidential candidate RFK says he will ensure we have policies that support Bitcoin and the freedom to transact. If he gets elected, and also Nunes or whatever his name is, or whatever his name's not Nunes. Holy shit. The Miami, not governor, mayor, the Miami mayor, he's also like bullish crypto. So they're both good options on both sides of the race, of the presidential race. TrueUSD says that TUSD stablecoin has multiple USD rails for minting and redemption outside of Prime Trust. Now, TrueUSD right now are dealing with a lot of regulatory issues. They have like some like very sketchy shenanigans going on, and the government's kind of on their dick about it. So probably stay away. I would advise, if I was you, just to use Tether or USDC, or I don't even know what else. I only use USDC, to be honest. It's only one I truly believe in. Moving on, Binance US says it has resolved its USD withdrawals delays, but warns it still expects banking partners to discontinue USD withdrawals in the near future. So basically, if your money's on Binance US, you can get your money out, but get it out now. As per usual, always host your own keys. Keep your own money in your own accounts that you can control, and just stay protected out there. So I would advise you just take your money out. And they're advising the same thing. So at the end of the day, am I really wrong? I don't really think so. Next, FTX has sued a former aide to Hillary Clinton and the former aide's investment firm, Michael Kaizen's firm K5 Global, seeking to claw back $700 million in investments allegedly made with misappropriated FTX funds. I mean, all right. well, good luck to FTX to get that money, but this is such a messy situation that shows how fucked up their actions were in the first place and how messy everything is. So they should really, I mean, good luck to FTX getting their money back, but Hillary Clinton are definitely gonna like get the whole uh all the neocons, all the left. She's gonna like summon all of her demons and send them out to cause a lot of problems for FTX for this. So hopefully this ends well for crypto, but I don't really think it's pretty bad. SEC finds JP Morgan after 47 million banking records were accidentally deleted. You see, if this is the blockchain, these records can never be deleted because they are permanent on the blockchain. That's kind of the point of it. But meanwhile, JP Morgan are getting fined $4 million for accidentally and permanently deleting 47 million banking records, which is pretty funny. Yeah, exactly. What if we had an immutable and transparent database that no one owned and that would allow for instantaneous verification and establish real accountability? Seems like a really compelling product to create. Exactly. Opinion, moral outrage is incompatible with a Web3 future. All right, well, I didn't read the opinion, but I just thought it was funny that I thought it was funny that people were literally gambling on the Titanic submarine people's lives. I think it's insane, but it's also like it really shows how degenerate the internet can be, and it really shows how powerful gambling is and gambling addiction. And I am bullish gambling, as we know. Analysis from K33 Research shows that a Bitcoin only investment strategy significantly outperformed an altcoin based portfolio since 2015. Now, the reason why I know this is not true is because we have this thing called Bitcoin dominance. And if you go to the weekly on Bitcoin dominance, 2015 Bitcoin dominance was at 100%. Today, Bitcoin dominance is at 50%. Meaning that if you had a basket of all altcoins, you outperform Bitcoin by at least 2 times on average. At least 2 times on average with a basket. So, what does that mean? This opinion is completely stupid. Completely does not make any common sense. Literally, like zero common sense to the person who wrote this. All right, let's get to the markets. All right, I'm like a little bit like I'm kind of being a dickhead right now, but let's move on. Let's chill the fuck out. All right, so let's watch some. All right, what's going on today? Let me refresh this. Actually, better. All right, Bitcoin's up 1%. We're actually 644. Wait, are we spiking? So are we getting our exit? Yes, I would honestly take the short. I would take the short here. If I was on the 15-minute, I would take the short. Let me pull up this chart. As soon as we get this turned down, confirm on the Joule, I would take a short on the 15. And I think open interest supports this significantly. Open interest coming up. I wonder if funding came down in any capacity. Oops, where's my funding chart? I wonder if funding is just the same. Our funding's gonna be the same, so I'm just gonna ignore funding for now. But I should take a short, but I'm not going to. Not right now. Yeah, we're gonna spike up. That's what I think. I think it's like an exit spike up, and I think the short side is the better side. But that's some live trades for you. We can talk about that later. All right, so let's get into like just the markets in general. Bitcoin up 3%. Everything's up. What is down? Stacks is down. Everything that was super up is down, and everything that wasn't down wasn't everything kind of mean reverted on every side. It was more of a sideways day. Like Pepe and Stacks are literally up 50% of the week, and Pepe's up 70%. So they're doing quite nice. Let's go to the watch list here, and this is my portfolio. So on the watch list, what is up the most? Bets is up the most. Star Atlas, Dot, Rabbit X. All right, and then what is down the most? R Fox Labs. A bunch of gaming stuff are down pretty much. Looks like gaming and Frax kind of just mean reverted a little bit. Unfortunate. I'm very bullish Frax though. I quite like. I like Ponzi-nomics in a bull market, and I believe we get a bull market here, at least to an extent. So I think they're worth being in. What's down the week? Apex. Holy shit. When will it go up? Oh, it's up on the week. Gaming. Yeah, it looks like everything's kind of mean reverting on either side. If a coin didn't pump super hard, well now it is like catching up, And on the other side, if a coin didn't get to pump, or if a coin pumped, then it is slowing down. That's what it seems like. So we're seeing right now Bitcoin actually outperform our whole portfolio. Let's DCA. All right. So we're getting the DCA part. Let's just DCA first, and then I'll talk about it. So first of all, let's add $10 in Bitcoin. All right, $10 in Bitcoin, add transaction. Next, let's add $10 in ETH. Next, let's add. All right, let's go to our big caps. So what is my big cap pick of the day? My big cap pick of the day today is Dogecoin. I think it's pretty simple. I don't think Dogecoin is really pumped that much, and I do think when the bull market does actually hit, it ends up catching up significantly. So I would take a bet on Dogecoin being playing catch up, and I would be willing to take that delayed bet. My micro cap pick of the day is Bet Swirl. I do want to add more to this position. It wasn't up 46 cents this morning. It was literally flat this morning, and I'm kind of sad, but it's fine. I'll go and add more. I'm very bullish gambling, and I do think that Bets is fully on chain, and multi chain gambling, and I love gambling, and as well as there's a lot of tokens in the supply, and it gives a lot of meme pumpamentals because people are like, oh my god, I can buy 1,000,000 of these, I can buy 1,500 of these for $10, and it does something on like the psychology of users where they are willing to be more aggressive in their purchases of a token like this. 15,361, perfect. Add transaction. So all in all, we are officially day 15 into my portfolio. That means we are $600 in, and we are up 61. So I'm up about 10%. On Bitcoin only, I am up 14%. So overall, I am underperforming Bitcoin, especially with ETH being lagging super far behind, and my big caps and my caps are lagging a little bit behind as well. At some point, I was about even on big caps and micro caps with Bitcoin. With this recent pump, though, I think Bitcoin did claim a little bit more dominance. So Bitcoin does remain the lead contender. Yeah, Bitcoin is putting in some dommy plays. But I do believe that alts will outperform in the next move, in the next consolidation, whenever we get that. It's more a matter of when. Let's move on. So Fuddies are now at a floor of 101. Of 101 SWI. At least SWI has caught up. So SWI's now like 80 some cents, which is quite an improvement. As well as Fuddy listed has gone down. It was at like 1100 like a few weeks back when I started this channel, or this crypto with an obliterated penguin. And now the listed is under 1,000 again, which is a very bullish sign. People are hodling their Fuddies. Fuddy's price still not at 0. Interesting, which is true. I don't know how price is not at 0, but W's in the chat. Pudgy Penguins for 4.699 ETH, so slightly below yesterday, but it's 6.9. So W's as per usual. Yeah. So if you look at the calendar, nothing super interesting going on. There's a test 1, 2, 3 at 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. if you want to go with Burko. Other than that, yeah, nothing super interesting. Here's a video of Luca Nets. I actually want to talk more about this video. I'm not going to play the video, but you can go watch it. But I think the video is really sick for a few reasons. And I'll explain. But basically, it's Luca Nets. It's Luca Nets, the CEO and the owner of Pudgy Penguins, unboxing the Shark Suit collectible. A few things that are really interesting is you get to see how massive the shark suit actually is. Like, bro, this thing is literally the size of his head. This shit is giant, and he says it has weight to it, meaning that like it feels like it's like a solid thing. It's not like this light little thing. It feels like something heavy and expensive, which is a very good sign to me. As well as there is a RFID chip inside of its belly, that basically links you to an NFT, so you can prove on chain that you are the owner, and you cannot spoof these, you cannot fake these. These are fully provable ownership, which I think is a very good sign on these, and I think it's a sick idea. Apparently this collectible sold out within the first 5 seconds it dropped, which is insanely fast. It had to have gotten botted. Like, that is insane speeds. And last of all, he did say there will be more collectibles in the future, more limited edition drops like this one, and that makes me insanely bullish Pudgy Penguins. And I think they will be sick. No matter what they do, they will be sick, especially if it's of the same quality level of these. He wants to set a bar in Web3. Dude, it looks so good. I so want one. If it like weighs, imagine it weighs like 5 pounds. It's like this heavy thing. You can't move it. Like, you put it down, you actually knock into it. Oh, it's chilling. That shit is so nice. I'm like, I would cop one. Unfortunate. Missed out. Alright, Neo Tokyo Citizens. Floor price probably will go lower. I'm curious what bytes are at. I haven't checked byte price. Yeah, I should unironically take a short here. And I'm telling you, this is not financial advice, but I low-key might take a short really quickly. What do I have? Let me connect my wallet. One sec. I just want to like take a look at how a short looks right now. Alright, if I pay in ETH and I am shorting, I'm balling these like Ming No Yao. Ooh, that doesn't sound terrible. Confirm. Sorry, I'm just enabling some leverage really quickly. Ignore that. Should I really be short? Look, I mean, there's a very clear invalidation. It's closing above this level. It's very clear invalidation. We close above that level, I get out. Pretty fast, actually. All right. Ignore me. You didn't see anything. I would never trade on stream. Some GMX trades. Moving on. Right. Let me not dox anything of mine. Alright, moving on. Let's talk about some more NFTs. We got My Lady Maker. They just dropped a, what's it called? They just dropped their, Unistocks, but for My Ladies. It's basically, I wonder if I could find an image of it. Alright, so basically, it looks like this, except it's a giant plushie doll. It's like giant. When I say giant, it's like bigger than my torso probably. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big plushie doll. They are basically, you can start ordering them in a week from now, and then for the next 100 days you can still order it, and after that you will never be able to order it again. Here, it's a 27 inch. Oh yeah, here you go. 27-inch tall in tradition of Tohu Deka Fumos. No idea what that is, but basically you could buy or sell the token on a bonding curve and burn to redeem for the Fumo. Look how giant that thing is. It is unironically bigger than my torso, as I said. So Charlotte Fang, who's the creator of My Ladies, was basically like, Unisocks is always a reasonable primitive for price discovery on limited edition physical goods. If you remember, Zora was originally a merch marketplace on this model before pivoting into NFTs. Headliner prices is just a result of intentional undersupply, same as any EG Supreme drop. Very smart point. By the way, My Lady's making Unisocks 2.0. Who else has such an acute understanding of crypto space in this NFT community? Absolutely agree with. And then apparently they flipped Unisocks. So My Lady Mega Size Alien My Ladies flipped Unisocks, which is very, very nice. Oh, by the way, if we look at the short that I just took, I took it, what was it at? Here, my entry price was 721. I could have gotten slightly better entry if I was actually watching. Here's my entry. Oops, all right, well, it's not gonna let me change. It's basically 721. So there you go. I'm live trading on stream, and I'm literally trading with my exact strategies where I see open interest come up, I see funding rates come up. I'm literally showing you, like, literally live exactly what I would do, and I'm obviously not going to show the position, but there you go. Mark price is now over $100 below my entry, so very nice. All right, moving on. So let's move on from My Ladies. This is really sick what they're doing. I'm very bullish My Ladies. On the other hand, we have apparently Eminem sold his Bored Ape. I'm pretty sure it's not Eminem. This is just another one that looks very similar. A lot of them look pretty much the same, to be honest. But you are seeing Bored Ape Yacht Club floor come down quite a bit. Like, I believe Bake floor is 37.5 ETH, which is a fall from God. It is quite a dip. It is a little bit unfortunate for Bake holders. And honestly, I feel like there's a little bit of a bottom signal because everybody's clowning them for their floor price, which is kind of stupid, bro. It's just a floor price. But they have fallen from God across the last like 90 days. They probably dropped, yes, like 40%, which is insane. From the all-time high, they're down like 90%. So, I mean, good luck to Bake holders. I wish them the best. Let's move on. On the other hand, we do have D-Gods and Utes having a big announcement coming out in the coming days. And while Bake is bearish, D-Gods are quite bullish. So, just a heads up, these projects are doing quite well. I quite like D-Gods a lot, in fact. So just bullish that project overall. And news coming out soon, so stay tuned. The future face of UFC. So this guy who's in the UFC is literally wearing a Campai Panda shirt. He's on UFC Eurasia, checkmarked on Instagram. Campai Pandas obviously liked it. Ice Bags, the creator of Campai Pandas, he's doing a great job leading it, and I actually fuck with this merch a lot. I would cop this hoodie. I low-key want one now. I do want a Campai Panda in the future. I don't own one right now, so I will probably look to cop at least one in the future, just to have. I think they're cool. I think it'd be cool to be part of the community. Ember Sword, something big is coming to Ember Sword, and we received a coded message to the cipher. Unlocking its secrets is the key to uncovering the nationwide event, but we need your help to solve it. So basically, this is the cipher. I'm sure someone in the comments, so someone in the comments did it for me. Thank you. This is Morse code, by the way, in case you didn't know. Nurturing hearth, a place to call our home. A sanctuary where cold is alone. Unified, we proudly proceed, embarking on this joyful journey. Let's watch the trailer.
Do you look up at the stars? Are you afraid they might be looking back at you? Or does the sense of awe they instill overpower you? After a lifetime of being told, your path is the world. I once heard that in a foreign land.
So we got this guy looking at the stars and talking.
It was only in these
pondering
that I found providence.
Pondering over the universe.
In these woods, you will discover your
Here we got some like art.
You will learn many truths. Some that take up arms with. And I am Dalcor Kritana, headmaster of Bulk Halter's Academy.
Okay, so he's a headmaster. So this is some lore shit when it comes to whatever the game's called, Ember Sword. It's some lore stuff. Looks super interesting. Looks very clean. I really fuck with the art. We got the Ember Sword animation for the logo. Looks very clean. I love Ember Sword. I'm quite bullish it. I'm not like super interested in this trailer, but I really like their art style and art direction, and hopefully they go far. All right, we got Phantom Galaxies. Beta Cohort 2, Ruler of the World is here, introducing our first PvE multiplayer, new bounty missions, and much more. I don't know what the fuck any of this is. I've never played the game. They talked for like 14 minutes, but I guess there's some news for Phantom Galaxies. If you own some, take a look. You have some updates. And if you want to go play it, obviously they're actively updating it. I've yet to see any actual gameplay that interests me, but good luck to them. Big Time. So Big Time is actually interesting. The reason why I want to talk about Big Time specifically. So, I mean, look, they have new enemies on the horizon, by the way. So here's a concept art for their Void Mind Lich. Or Lich. Or Lich. I don't know. Anyways, they have daily bounties and weekly bounties. But I opened up Big Time right when the alpha dropped, or the beta dropped. And it was pretty shit. The world felt super empty. I really fuck with their art direction. Again, like, the art style, very, very aesthetically pleasing. Maybe the characters could be slightly higher res, the environment could be slightly higher res, but I like the general art style and thematic of the game. My issue with it was that I was playing the game and there's literally nothing to do. The game was dead. So today I saw this and I was like, you know what, let me boot open this game. So first of all, apparently they have a whole launcher now with Open Loot. Open Loot, I guess, is the creators. And this launcher has multiple games. So it has Big Time. It has this game called Shatterpoint, Reign of Terror, World Shards, Boss Fighters. Never heard of any of these games other than Game Time, or Big Time, but very interesting. A lot of games, obviously, coming out. As well as, I opened up the game, and I started playing it, and I was going through the tutorial. So, I guess they reset all the characters at some point. I don't really know exactly too much. But I was going through the tutorial, and they fixed a lot, to be honest. Like the game felt a lot less. I mean, the game was honestly kind of hard because you have to time your attacks, and if you mess up the timing, you're basically like stunned for a second, like you can't do anything. But I was actually quite impressed. I think the game has improved a lot. The animations were clean, and I'm honestly down to play it on stream. I'm not gonna play it on stream today because I'm just too lazy. But I might play. I'm probably gonna play it later today. Actually, I'm probably gonna hop off, and I'm like probably later tonight. I'll probably just end up grinding it a little bit, see how I'm feeling, and see if the game actually did improve. Because the issue with the game was that the map literally felt empty. I could run around, not find enemies for like 20 minutes. But now the game is completely different. The map is very substantially different to what it was. Like I think some of the core map is pretty similar, but overall it's very different. So it's a very good sign. They've improved a lot. So my opinion of Big Time has improved, like completely changed, completely flipped. All right, let's get to Illuvium. So the Illuvium team has been dialing up the wow factor, making stunning strides in VFX, grass, sound. Anyways, they just show off some of the VFX in this video. If it's gonna work, if the video's not gonna work, then unfortunate. But the game does look very pretty. I'd agree to it. Like look at all the grass rustling and everything. Now, I don't really know what the world's for since technically it is an auto battler, but it does look pretty, so good for them. Sparkadia. Sparkadia's had some massive news recently. They have a tournament called Sparkball Invitational, and I spoke about G2 entering it yesterday, but apparently now Cloud9 and NRG are entering it also. These are all esports teams with very big League of Legends teams and Rocket League and these other esports teams. And I'm actually very impressed. They're getting fully professional teams to go and enter these tournaments, and this game looks like a mix of ARAM League of Legends with a soccer ball in the middle. So I do quite like the game as well. The game looks really good, and they're having these really big esports teams competing in their tournament on June 24th. So that is tomorrow, 11 a.m. PST. So I'm very bullish. Prize pool is kind of a little bit of bullshit, 32 grand. I mean, actually, that's a pretty good prize pool, but these players are probably not playing for the prize. But I don't know. But the game itself has has an open alpha coming out at the end of the month. So if you're in the Discord, you can go pick up codes for that and get the Steam key. I just picked one up myself, so I'll be looking to play it when it comes out at the end of the month. So very bullish Sparkadia. They obviously have some very big esports teams interested in the game, which is a very good sign. Moving on, Champions Ascension, like I keep saying, their Polygon migration is on Monday. So just take a look into that and be aware of what's going on. Be careful not to fuck that up in any way. Alright, I think I am done. I don't really have much else to talk about other than that. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. We are through. Oh, okay, now I'm down to my short. Alright, who cares? Anyways, it'd be like that. That's why we don't trade live. Nah, I don't really care too much. I think there's a genuine thesis involved, and if we're gonna go up only, we're gonna go up only. I didn't really wait for confirmation though, so it'd be on me. A lot of volume here, so we're gonna watch how this goes. But I'm gonna hop off. I'll watch how this goes in my own private time, and if I'm wrong, who cares? It's a. I mean, I literally said no short, so I deserve to lose money if I lose money. Yeah, this was the candle I shorted on, so that's what I thought was gonna happen. Alright, I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna go edit some of the clips. I don't really have much else to talk about, so I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. If you did, if you were watching, if you were not watching, well, fuck you. What else? Andrew Tate offered to train Elon Musk for fun. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I don't think anything else is super relevant right now. I do suspect we're gonna go sideways into the weekend. I do like that we are bullish though here, and we are retesting this high and potentially going above it. It's a very good sign overall for a price. But at the end of the day, I don't really think too much is going to happen. And I would expect us to, I would expect us to eventually pull back all the way down to 29.5. That's what I personally think is going to happen over the weekend. Anything else I have to talk about? No, not really. New mic, new setup, new light. Hope everybody liked the lighting. I think it came out good.